Hey everyone, Rob here from Salty Sharks. Thanks for tuning in for what has been an amazing year, 2023. We've had tons of challenges thrown at us in 2023. Obviously, the market hasn't been a kind one in many aspects. Obviously, we've had some rug pulls, we've had some fraud, and we've had some corruption. And we've had the beginning of what is, the coming regulation regime as well, which is probably a good thing. I think the market needs it in order to seriously attract new Web 2 people to Web 3, which will help all of us in this particular market. So it's been a challenging year in many respects, but it's been a good year as well. I'm going to touch on a couple of things we've achieved in 2023 as a brand for the Salty Sharks Uprising, but also highlight the biggest achievement and the biggest win for us in 2023, which is you guys, the community. I am super grateful for everything the community does for our brand, for our family, for our combined friends, and just that broader community around the world that we've established and been part of in 2023. So I'll touch on some of the growth of that community as well, but honestly, this is all down to you guys. So this is a 2023 year in recap, and then a blessing for 2024. I hope everybody has an amazing year ahead. I know individually many of our community have had their own struggles this year, both with health and family members and friends as well. And our heart goes out to all of you in this situation, especially now in the festive season when things aren't going well. One thing you can rely on is the community, and we're here to support you. We're here to listen to you. We're here to grow with you and be there for you in any way we can, just as you guys have been there for us over this last couple of years now. Shout out to those who have been with us again since 2021 when we launched the Salty Sharks Uprising. You guys are phenomenal. I really appreciate the support of those long-standing OG members. They are the foundation, the rock, and I know we've added to that group of OG members over the years. But to go into 2024, after that, being around this long in the industry, is just phenomenal that they've stayed with us this period of time, and they're still with us into what will be an amazing year ahead for us. I truly believe it'll be the year of the shark. So just recapping a couple of things in 2023, obviously we had our migration to Polygon from Ethereum. We launched the Surf's Up game board, Suga, in 6 months of that Surf's Up game board operating, we've given away over 3,000 Matic, which is just phenomenal. I don't have a precise number, but it's well over 3,000 Matic. We've released a number of different metaverse content. We've got obviously the Holders Lounge, we've got the Expo Island, we've got the Atlantis Sub Racer. We've had 2 very successful Web3 expos, which are very much foundational opportunities to get people into the metaverse environment in an expo format. And we've had some amazing partnerships with Alinxis and Rob from DNA as well, DNA Elite. He's been amazing. His team have been amazing, great supporters. We've had 40% community growth in 2023, which is really staggering when you think about it, that we are an organic growing brand. We don't have the hype, we don't have the FOMO, and deliberately do not want it. But we've been able to grow the community through word of mouth, through great partnerships, through people finding their way here to us for our purpose and our cause and our products. So amazing shout out, 40% community growth is phenomenal. We're 80% complete of the trading card game. It is a epic undertaking. It will be a true flagship, AAA rated game. It'll just be phenomenal. There is a little bit still to go, and that comes down to funding, which I'll touch on shortly. Thanks to Mitch, who has produced an incredible song for our brand, the Saga of the Uprising. Just a tremendous song, and I hope everyone has a chance to pick that up and own that for just 5 Matic. Why wouldn't you? We've got something coming in relation to that as well, but it's a truly great song, and it captures the spirit and the purpose of what we're here for, and it also captures the amazing story that is, in audiobook and written format. It captures that sort of battle against the Atlanteans and the saltyverse that's being built around it. So appreciate that to Mitch as well. We've had some Shark Attack upgrades throughout the year. Big thank you to Nathan, Def's Not Quack, for that one. We've integrated Conquest and Spellsword into the server through our partnership with Scribe. and Davey and KT, the Kilt Man. Those guys are just phenomenal as well. I really appreciate everything they do and everything they're working on. And they've helped us in terms of helping connect us with other people as well in the Web3 gaming industry. So big shout out to those guys. Fantastic. And obviously, our new and very genuine partnerships. Collaborations are talked about in Web3 quite a lot, but many of them are one-way streets. They're not true collaborations, whereas we focused on a smaller number of what we like to call diamond partners. And we've been able to generate some just amazing partnerships with some incredible brands, incredible people. As I've already mentioned in Scribe, we've got obviously the Cave Club Arena. They've been with us and friends of ours for a long time, as is Voxel X. We've also got Project Lambo, a new one. We've got Purple Banana Labs. We've still got Mad Banana Union, which is where many of us started way back when as holders. Collab Center have just been phenomenal. Watsy, Nissa, and the team, Jess, Alex, and all of them there, just been a phenomenal at the Collab Center. Hun4, Gunnar and his team, and Audie Boy and Bella, just phenomenal people. Again, great group, great project. The Clown Town, phenomenal. Harry, the work that he's doing over there is just fantastic. Cause for the Calves, Keith and his family, just an amazing bunch of people. Community of Communities, the team there at Community of Communities, we were introduced to them by Trey, who's an absolute legend himself. And since meeting those people and being able to work with them, we've just found kindred spirits. Thy Revolution, Mike Smart, Trip as well, Miss Evie. I don't want to miss anyone. Bacon Sandwich, can't miss him out. There's been so many people there. And Hungry Animals as well, which is an amazing project, in that ecosystem as well for the community communities. There's Shibu Society, there's Collar, I think they're called Color, but anyway. And they're good people doing good things and working together to do things together and to help build each other up. The most important thing about our collaborations and our diamond partners, if you will, is the fact that it's cross-chain. And that's a key part of what I'm focused on in 2024 as well, is that whilst we did migrate to Polygon and we're our part of Polygon, we're not Polygon maxis. We're not all about one chain over the others. We're about trying to get to a place where our business and our brand is cross-chain. There's a lot of people, bigwigs in these chains and in the launch pads associated with them that, in my opinion, are quite elitist, quite cliquey, cabal focused rather than broader market focused, which is disappointing, but it is what it is. I'm not really interested in participating in that sort of game and brinksmanship and so forth. I'm interested in our community and broader partnerships that are cross-chain. So more on that a bit later. In 2024, we've got some crazy great stuff happening, and a lot of it is happening in very early 2024 as well. As you would have seen or heard with the Third Web contract issues, our first issue comic was a Third Web comic, which we obviously did shut that down and protect that. So we have the comic migration to Polygon, which will be very, very early in January, as well as the issue 2 comic launch as well, also on Polygon. So that'll be exciting. Can't wait to share that with you. We've got the expansion coming of the Atlanta Sub Racer, which is just a great game. I mean, it's a phenomenal game and it's been developed so quickly, and it's just so much fun. So, the PvP race system, the new sub designs that people can unlock if they're holders of SSU Genesis NFTs, which is just going to be awesome. We can't wait to share that. Some sub dynamics in terms of damage sustained to subs, can cause the sub to break and to be reverted back to the starting point. So got to be careful with that. New tracks. We got some great ideas for a couple of new tracks to come as well, all based around, again, the story of the multiverse. So you'll recognize some of the settings as we unveil some of the new tracks throughout the year as well, which is cool. We're going to launch Oceans of the World Aquarium. the hub itself. It's in production at the moment. It's just a phenomenal looking building already, and that will be the main hub which everything else connects from. So the Expo Island, the Holders Lounge, the Atlanta Sub Racer, and all of the elements that are part of our education platform around marine species conservation will all link from that hub. So it's going to be pretty phenomenal. I can't wait to show you that. We'll complete the TCG and launch it. We have applied for a grant through Arbitrum as a chain to help us complete the final stages of the TCG game. Being transparent and open with everybody, we have applied for that. There's not a commitment from them to launch a new collection or anything, or try and milk the community for more money, which is we're absolutely dead set against doing. Not a fan of paying, if you will, for grants like that through the launching of collections that really just feed the transactions and the income of these launch pads or chains. So the Arbitrum grant is a grant that they're actually interested in helping develop indie games, which we qualify under, and so I'm looking forward to having further conversations with them around mid-January as well, to see if we can't secure a grant with them. We've got a music video coming for Saga of the Uprising, which I hope to release again well before the end of January, so which will be really cool. Big thanks to Alex from Collab Centre, who's been helping us with that one. More expos in the Expo Island. Expect more of those throughout the year. More tournaments with our Diamond partners. Can't wait to do more of those tournaments, both sub-racer tournaments, Shark Attack tournaments, and obviously TCG tournaments as well. It's going to be really cool. So we're going to do a lot more to promote and work with our partners. Two-way street sort of stuff. We want to make sure we help them and grow them. And a big thank you to the community over the last few weeks with helping Purple Banana Labs especially get up on a number of polls and contests. They're a good bunch of people, and it's a good thing to do to help out others. So we've got the shark tags that we purchased last year are ready to be deployed in, I believe, April this year. April 2024. So been talking to Alex from Fins Attached, and they had issues with licenses necessary to go and deploy those tags. Government red tape, basically. But those licenses have been granted, and I believe they're scheduling an April 2024 trip to do the shark tagging, record the video, capture the photos, and share the data and information with our community. So that'll be kind of exciting. We're going to start doing subscriptions for the Oceans of the World Aquarium. Once the educational content is built into the Aquarium Centre, we're going to start doing some subscriptions for schools and for education institutions and for researchers to be part of that and to start collaborating within that environment, and also for Web2 businesses. And on that point, Web2 partnerships is another thing we're focused on as well, driving some more solid Web2 partnerships, again, in the conservation space and in industry associated with that space, diving clubs, diving associations, and so forth as well. And I have been talking to, again, thanks to Rick, who's an amazing addition to our team. Big shout out to Rick. He's been phenomenal, and so glad to have him on the team with us at SSU. But he's put us in touch with a really cool animator who's going to be helping us look at ways to adapt the story and comics into an animation series in the second half of 2024 as well. So absolutely huge amount of stuff coming. Like, it's just crazy, and I'm sorry this video is taking a bit longer than I was expecting. We are focused on being a business first and foremost, and operating in a sound, sustainable way as a business. So that drives all of our thinking and our decision making and our plans, which is why I mentioned earlier about the releasing collections just for the sake of satisfying grants and stuff, and effectively what I consider to be milking of the community rather than delivering content and delivering utility to the community, which I think is far more important. So we won't be doing obviously that. We'll be doing things that make sense and that are for the community and for the brand and the sustainable business model that we've got, and what we have already in place is a 3 and a 5 year plan around the expansion of this brand and the multiverse, or the saltyverse as we call it, and that plan will continue, and we'll continue to build it out and share it with you as we go. I did mention earlier cross-chain. We are planning on being cross-chain into the future. We plan on doing that in a way that is that makes sense and that is not disruptive to the community or to the existing collections or brand or anything like that. So, but we want to get to a point where we are offering as much as we can to a broader ecosystem, and that should be cross-chain. And then lastly, community. I mean, you guys are just absolutely amazing, and everything we do is for you, and everything we do is with you. So, a big thank you to you guys. I wish every single one of you the most amazing and successful 2024 and into the future as well. And I look forward to growing with you and knowing you further and getting to know new members as I do know pretty much everybody in the community, and I want to keep that trend going. So everything we do is for the community. And for our cause, obviously, which is marine species conservation. But we wouldn't be here without you guys. So just a big thank you to everyone. If I could hug all of you, I would. I know that would probably get me slapped quite a bit, so I won't do that. But thank you to everybody, and have a wonderful New Year's Eve and a safe, prosperous, and happy 2024 with us at SSU. Thanks, guys.